Okay, let me preface this video by saying I acknowledge that this is not the safest way to record a video right now. However, let it be known that I do have my phone strategically placed on my steering wheel so that it's not distracting me from driving. So, I'm of the belief that if something hits your mind, then, you need to act on it quick, whether it's putting pen to paper or you need to verbalize it, record it so that you can put it out there, so that you can help some individuals out. So as I'm driving to my ILE class, my intermediate level education class for the military, it's about a 4-hour drive, so you get a lot of time to think and ponder. And one of the things I thought about from reading, if you want to call it reading, I basically listened to an audiobook of a guy called Charlemagne the God. If you don't know who he is, a radio personality from South Carolina. He's one of the co-hosts of a show called The Breakfast Club, which is very big in the hip-hop community, black community, very big in the social world right now. But he has a great book called Black Privilege. And the book, in the book he talks about surrounding yourself with individuals who aren't just yes men or aren't necessarily like you. Somebody like you, like me, you may not have a bunch of yes men. Yes men are usually around rich people, around people of extreme power. But don't surround yourself just by people who have the same mindset as you. It may be annoying to be around some folks that are constantly arguing with you or constantly have a different viewpoint or disagree with what you say or what you do. But if you just surround folks with the same viewpoint as you, who's to say that you're always right? Who's to say that there isn't a better way to do things? There isn't a better way to think about things? So it makes me think of the friends that I grew up with. I grew up with about 6 of us that grew up real tight, real close. And we grew up probably from age 7 or 8 up until we finished high school and everybody graduated college and started riding their own individual waves. But one great thing about us was that, one, we all had each other's back. We were tight. We grew up in the generation of you were outside, you hung out outside. Video games just got introduced, so we really weren't big into video games until middle school or high school. But our idea was you wake up on the weekend and we're going to go play basketball, and we're probably playing basketball for the entire day. So it was that was very common for us. But one of the most important things about our particular relationship, our friendship, was that we had different mindsets. Usually if you grow up around people, you can have a tendency to just all kind of think the same way. But we had a few of us that were not willing to just go along with whatever stupid plan you had, or if you thought something, or if you had you thought of a great idea, or you acted in a certain manner, whether it was dating somebody that you shouldn't be dating, or hey, I've got this grand plan that I think I want to do this. It could be something as crazy growing up as, oh man, I think I want to be a basketball player. And then we would tell you, nah, that's not a good idea because you're not that good, just being honest with you. Or, you know what, yeah, I want to be a rapper. I want to, make music. It's like, oh, I want to be a dancer. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that's nice. That's cool that you have those dreams, but you're not that good. So I can't help but think about that in where we are now as adults. For example, a lot of the folks that I interact with or that may see this video are in the military. Maybe you're a commander, maybe you're a squad leader, maybe you're a platoon sergeant, platoon leader. Don't be afraid to surround yourself to have your team be people who are not necessarily, Daniel Brown. Don't have the same thought process as Daniel Brown. Because if that's the case, if everybody's thinking the same thing, as a common quote, if everybody's thinking the same thing, nobody's thinking. So while I may think I have a good idea, I may think I know how to accomplish a specific task, or I know exactly the way I want to run my organization, or the exact way I want to meet suspenses, or how we're going to do business on the full-time side as an AGR officer. Maybe that's not necessarily the best way. Maybe you got a good base, you do great at these specific things, you got a good idea here, but someone introduces a better idea. And if I'm just surrounding myself by folks who are either yes men, or folks who are just going to agree with it for sake of agreeing with it because they think, oh yeah, I think it's a good idea as well, then you're not really growing. You always want to have and encourage an organization of learning and growing. And honestly, that comes with a little bit of conflict. That comes with disagreements. Disagreements can be healthy. It's when disagreements, turn into something that can be immature, or turn into violence, or disagreements turn into pettiness. That's when it's really a negative. But it's okay to disagree about something if you both have a common goal to improve an organization, or whatever that end state is that you have. So it's something that was on my mind when I was driving, and I said, you know what, I need to go ahead and record this right now while I'm thinking of it. So I'm going to go back to this lengthy 4-hour drive, and I hope that you got something out of it. If I rambled a little bit, I apologize. But if you didn't get anything out of it, just know you should definitely not be afraid to surround your team, or surround yourself, whether in your personal life or your professional life, with people who don't necessarily always think the same way you